1957, France and West Germany launched the co-development of a new tank. Upset by this news, Soviet authorities felt the need for a new, better armed and better protected vehicle. One of the responses to this challenge from NATO was the Object 165, developed under the supervision of Leonid Kartsev at Factory No. 183 in Nizhny Tagil. Two of the main differences between the Object 165, the future T62 A, and the T55 were a new turret cast in one piece and a turret ring of a larger diameter. These features allowed for better protection for the crew. The new turret would also be equipped with a more powerful gun. It was decided to use the 100mm U-8TS rifle gun, a modernized version of the D-54TS gun. By November of 1958, 3 prototypes of the Object 165 were built, and an initial batch of 25 tanks was produced in 1961. However, in March of 1962, it was decided not to commence mass production of the vehicle. The T62 A's from the pilot batch were dispatched to the Carpathian military district. So let's take a look at how this vehicle is represented in World of Tanks. First, let's compare the T62A with the other Tier 10 medium tanks. Hull traverse speed is 56 degrees per second, the best in its class. Turret traverse speed is also high, 48 degrees per second. This is higher also than any of the other Tier 10 medium tanks. With such characteristics, the T62 is very hard to outmaneuver and, of course, is able to outturn enemy vehicles rather easily. The T62A's maximum speed is 50 kilometers per hour. This top speed is not exceptional, but the tank reaches its top speed in just a few seconds. The gun of the T62A is rather atypical of Soviet tanks. It is accurate and quick firing, but its average damage is quite low. The aim time is only 2 seconds, among the best in its tier. The dispersion is 0.34 when fired at a distance of 100 meters. This accuracy allows the T62A to deliver effective medium-range and long-range fire. Average damage per shot is 320. Again, this damage per shot is somewhat low for Tier 10, but an amazing rate of fire compensates for it. Average penetration of a standard APRC shell is 264mm. This is quite enough to penetrate the armor of any vehicle in the game. The armor of the T62A is rather controversial. The upper front plate is 102mm thick and well angled, but it can only withstand hits from vehicles of Tier 7 and Tier 8, and sometimes even tanks of those tiers can penetrate it. Hull side armor is 75mm, and it is not sloped, so the T62A can be easily damaged, even by a high explosive shell. Turret front armor is remarkably different from the rest of the armor. It's an impressive 240mm thick. The tank's hemispherical turret gives it additional survivability. The T62A has 1,950 hit points, an average number of hit points for Tier 10 medium tanks. The tank's view range is good, but not exceptional. It is the same as the other Tier 10 medium tanks, 400 meters. Let's summarize. The main flaw of the T62A is its weak hull armor. Additionally, gun depression is quite poor. The main advantages of this Soviet medium tank are good armor penetration, high accuracy, and excellent rate of fire. Another strong point is its low silhouette. Now let's find out how to drive this vehicle in combat. Let's start with a hull down position. Hide your hull so that the enemy can only see your turret. This can be done in several ways. First, by using terrain features. Second, by using destroyed vehicles as cover. Finally, you can fire from windows and holes in half-ruined buildings. However, you should keep in mind that the hatches on the turret roof can be easily penetrated by any Tier 10 vehicle. And of course, you shouldn't expose your turret to enemy Tier 10 tank destroyers. Do not stand still. Try to keep moving and also spin your turret from side to side. As soon as an enemy makes a mistake, punish him for it. For example, you can effectively use your sturdy turret in Runeberg. If your allies are defending the town and you have successfully pushed through the other flank, you need first to reach Sector E5 and take cover behind the ruins. Watch how effective this move can be. Enemy vehicles can't get you because you're well protected. The only thing they can do is to fall back. And while they are doing this, you can deliver fire and cause damage, drawing enemy attention to yourself. Usually this maneuver leads to the complete wipeout of the enemy forces on this flank. Let's take a look at other maneuvers. If you manage to get right next to an enemy vehicle, keep moving back and forth. This will make it hard for him to aim accurately at your turret's weak spots, while the turret itself will withstand most hits. This tactic is better applied against single targets, but you may be able to use an enemy tank as a shield in some situations. Now let's play Sniper. The T62A with its accurate gun fits this role perfectly. You can knock off tracks, allowing your allies to deal with enemy vehicles faster and earning bonus experience for yourself. As a sniper, you should take concealed positions and change them immediately once you are spotted. But, of course, effective sniping is only possible if there's good scouting. If there's not, the T62A is also able to play the role of a scout. Let's take a closer look. You will need to take a position closer to the enemy. Use your strong turret and keep enemy vehicles in your vision range. However, don't try peeking around the corner or you'll get a one-way ticket to the garage. Now let's combine both sniper and scout tactics. Take a position in bushes, spot enemy tanks, then roll back by 15 meters and fire at enemies using your own spotting. We've discussed how to use the T62A's strong points in combat. Now let's take a look at its weak points. The T62A is not very well armored, apart from the turret, and even the turret can be penetrated through the roof hatches. Moreover, its modules are arranged closely, so they often get critically damaged when the T62A is hit in its hull. Try not to expose your sides and rear to enemy fire. Ammunition racks are arranged along the sides. Engine and fuel tanks can be damaged when the rear is hit. Now let's find out what equipment to choose and how to train your crew. Considering all the characteristics mentioned, we recommend the following equipment: vertical stabilizer, medium caliber tank gun rammer, coated optics. For more aggressive style of playing, we recommend the following equipment: vertical stabilizer, medium caliber tank gun rammer, improved ventilation. We recommend that you train your crew with the following skills and perks: Commander, Sixth Sense, Repair and Camouflage; Gunner, Repair, Snapshot and Camouflage; Driver, Repair, Off-Road Driving and Camouflage; Loader, Repair, Safe Stowage and Camouflage. If you prefer to play aggressively, you should train your crew with Brother-in-Arms as a second perk, bringing your tank to maximum performance characteristics. Let's summarize. Driving the T62A, you should keep in mind the most important thing: a destroyed tank doesn't cause damage. So don't rush. Plan your every move carefully. Playing on the front line is the most common mistake of the beginner player. Keeping yourself alive is a formula for success. That's all for now. Good luck on the battlefield.